Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be Maru versus Zest from DreamHack Summer, the group stages. Top left, we've got ourselves Zest, and in the bottom right, we've got Maru. So two incredible players. Zest is among the best players in the world right now, as well as Maru, so I feel like we're going to get a good PvT. Maybe an excellent PvT. This is going to be a Patreon cast for the week of July the 15th. Thank you very much for those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. You're watching this a month earlier than anybody else on YouTube can see it. And if you're watching this in August, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Consider supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Also, if you don't trust Patreon, I've had some people come forward and say they don't trust that website for, I don't know, political reasons or whatever. Then you can also support me by hitting the join button down below. Not available in certain countries, but if it is, that's a way to support me as well. Okay, so a PvT, Maru throwing down a barracks. It's not a proxy, just something to freak Zest out. He's like, okay, where's your barracks, Maru? This isn't funny. Ah! Preparing for a proxy. Cybernetics core thrown down. Like, okay, hang on a second. Double gas. Got a Reaper coming out here from Maru. And there you go, factory. Walling off. So this probe is dead. I feel like the probe knows that. Or at least Zest knows it. But scouting has to be done. Yes, calling down a mule, 2 workers on his second refinery. Yes, yes, and then this Reaper, whose name is, by the way, Raycons. Emperor Mengs was watching Space YouTube when he noticed all the videos were sponsored by Space Raycons. He ordered a pair, put them in his ears, and listened to some music. After his ears stopped bleeding, he forced the entire company into specially designed Reaper suits with drills going into their skulls to simulate the experience with their product. Wow, that's a dark one. That's brutal. All right, so we're looking at Raycon's name for this Reaper. Again, you can leave Reaper names in the comments in any of my videos. Just put Reaper name in the title and I'll see it. Good, nice, beautiful positioning there by the Stalker from Zest. Are we surprised by this? No. Zest is great. So, going into the expansion after the Cyber Core, got a robotics facility coming up next of all. So, Robo opening. Fully saturating that second gas. Maru's natural base is coming up. And, ooh, Widowmine. This is definitely Widowmine drops, isn't it? Maru does like a good Widowmine drop. Who did? I know I talk about this a lot, but it made such an impression on me. There was a game, I think it was Maru that played against a laser at a DreamHack or some ESL event, and he just absolutely Widowmine dropped a laser into the ground. It was non-stop Widowmine drops for about 14 minutes, and a laser just finally tapped after losing like 85 workers. It was insane. So, I don't think Maru's going to be able to do that here against, say, Zest. It's harder to do than just non-stop Widowmine dropping against Protoss. They have some pretty good answers to it. Reaper goes down. See you later, Raycons. But that said, a good Widowmine drop is always, something a good Terran prides themselves on, and Maru is 1,000,000,000% a good Terran. End of discussion. I will not hear any slander against Maru, though he does sometimes drop maps and series to situations where he doesn't seem like fully himself. I don't know why. Okay, Roboticus Bay coming in here from Zest. Observer out, obviously. That's usually the first thing we see from robotics facilities in both Brood War and in StarCraft 2. That Observer, very important. Very good unit, like S-tier level unit, I think. And, okay, absolutely ready for this. Like, disgustingly ready for this. That, man, I don't think those Widowmines even fired before they died. One Widowmine did get picked up and does burrow and is going to get 0 kills. Okay, so Zest utterly and completely shut that down. That is bad. That is a really bad opening for Maru. He needed to get something there and he didn't. Resources lost 400 to 50. Zest feels like a third base is just fine now. Thanks for asking, and I think I agree with him on that. Tanks coming in. Ooh, Raven. Ugh, I don't know about Ravens. Actually, as far as interference matrix goes against Colossus, Ravens are amazing. You just, retreat positions are very hard for Ravens, especially in PvT, because Blink Stalker is blinking on top of a Raven and killing it, especially as it's trying to flee with the rest of the Terran army. It's just instant death for the Raven. It's not fast enough to get out of there. So this feels like auto turret harass initially, because there's not a Stargate, right? If there was a Stargate, then there'd be a Phoenix running around, and suddenly the Raven viability would be low. So the fact that it was a robotics facility opening, we're going for Colossus, right? We're not going for flying units. Nothing can hit this when it's in dead airspace. Then it's a little bit more viable. So I like this response from Maru. Smart stuff for sure. It's working on Stim, extending Thermal Lance on the way from Zest. Twilight Council coming in for that blink and probably charge and whatnot. Yeah, and just kind of, I don't know, just throw down the auto turret and take the hits. This observer positioning is real good, too. That was great. I mean, obviously the Raven can see it, too, because it's a detector, and recognized it was being spotted. So it's going to run in, worried about blink, but no, no blink. No blink. However, gets one kill. Beautiful Stalker coverage here. Just one kill off of 2 auto turrets tossed down. That's not easy to do. Although, I mean, Stalkers are one of the better answers to this. Another Raven coming over. Okay. All right. Again, Observer in observation mode. Ready for that stuff. Hallucinated Phoenix comes in. Gets murderized. And I just, man, Zest. He's just got the vision. He just has it everywhere. He knows exactly where the Raven is before it even arrives because of these observers. Just rebuffing everything Maru's trying to do here, and meanwhile, Zest just happily running on 3 bases, happily at 67 probes to 50 SCVs. Maru's 3rd base is landing, but that income is kind of skyrocketing a little bit up into Protosville. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Stalker's getting a few hits off. Raven, 0 kills, tons of energy. I mean, where's even the other Raven? I'm realizing, did it die? No. So, oh, it came back home. Okay. Came back home to provide vision, I don't know, for observers and whatnot coming over. Maybe DTs in case that's a concern, but it's always a concern against Protoss. But I don't see Templar Archives yet. It is coming in. See, there it is. Templar Archives, Dark Shrine, nowhere to be seen. And yeah, I just think Zest is ahead. He is. His economy is fantastic. His army is a little bit smaller, but you know when it doesn't matter if your opponent's armory is smaller? If they're all the way on the other side of the map. Like, that is kind of an important lesson that I think lobby players need to learn. It's hard to learn, but you can have the strongest, biggest, bestest army in the world that would easily crush your opponent, and if you don't move out, it doesn't matter. It might as well not exist. You really can't win the game in that situation unless your opponent attacks into your superior army. Which I guess in the lower leagues you can probably expect to happen, so maybe it's not a terrible strategy. But seriously, the fact that Maru has a bigger army right now is completely irrelevant. Zest isn't trying to kill him anyway. Zest is just trying to set up a 4th base. He's trying to get Storm Research, trying to get Blink. He needs all these tools before he really mounts an attack. So the fact that, you know, Maru seems really content to just kind of hang out is great for Zest. Got a 4th base warping in, right? Storm's done, almost done. Ghost Academy at 8:30 for Maru. He does like those ghosts. Every Terran player that's going into any kind of a mid to late game against a Protoss is going to get enhanced shockwaves with ghosts. It's just a requirement, and there is a Dark Shrine. I see you here. I see you, Dark Shrine. That could just be for Archons, but I feel like DTs are just, I don't know, they're generally good, both against, well, in all matchups, really. We see DTs all over the place, to be honest with you. So 3 ghosts on the way. Enhanced Shockwave is starting up. And I saw that medevac pickup. Where'd you go? It's there. Okay, so double medevac attack hanging up the right side, which this Zealot totally sees. Because again, the map vision, the coverage here is beautiful. For Zest, Maru just can't sneak anything. There's a pylon here to see this group coming in.
Ghost reporting.
Charge lots running into here. Golly, just, man. Okay, I mean, Zest. Is he in a great position to win this game? Absolutely. He's got a 5th base coming up. Maru is landing his 4th. Zest 4th is already rolling. Income. And mules are good. You almost kind of have to be a base up on Terran when you're Protoss to do this sort of thing, to keep even with our economy, because mules are a good unit. There's DT Blink, Shadow Stride on the way from this Dark Shrine. All right. And double command centers. Yeah, Maru is in full-on late-game macro mode right now because Zest has left him alone. So both players benefiting to a certain extent to being left alone for the first 10 minutes of this match. Feedbacks on the Metavax. Storm getting tossed down, and High Templar managed to escape from the position. That was scary. This Observer being here is so good, and I say that as the Marine picks it out of the sky. Cool. Where did that drop go? Did they come back home? I feel like that drop came back home after accomplishing nothing. Zealots get through the Great Wall of supply depots. They take down a siege tank. And then, there you go. Don't attack into the meat grinder, man. Just get out of there if you can. That's the good thing about Zealots with charge now, is their basic run speed is fast enough to escape from positions they were not able to escape from before. They can chase people down, yes, but being able to run away is such an important RTS skill. It just made Zealots so much better. There was no retreating for them against Terran before they got that buff to their move speed, which was like 2 years ago now. Time just has no meaning anymore. I don't know how to tell myself it was not long ago, but good attack here from Zest coming up this ramp. Liberators, EMPs. Maru doing what Terran does best, which is defend. DT Blink on the planetary, and the repair is good. Woof, saves it in time. This attack continuing at the front. Siege tanks, problematic. Marines, Marauders, problematic. Liberators, Vikings too. Zest backs off that attempt, and he doesn't get the 6 o'clock planetary either. So Maru, again, doing what Terran does best. Going for the defense. Les défenses, as the Francais would say. So we do some Archons. Again, I think we took High Templar that used their energy. Turn them into Archons. I don't know. I mean, usually that's like an emergency thing, right? You make Archons out of High Templar when the energy's gone because you need something, and the High Templar are useless without energy. But in this situation, we're just kind of sharking around anyway. I think maybe allowing the High Templar to hang around and regen their energy is not bad. Storm's good. 10 gate. God, Zest is making 10 gateways. Okay, fair enough. That's so many ghosts at this base. Oh my gosh, it's so many ghosts. And double planetary tank ghost. Formidable wall. So I think Zest is maybe just going to try to deny extra bases that Maru's going to try to take. Fifth bases are very wide open on this map. So Maru's going to have to take something where he's going to be more exposed than, right? This ramp defends him. This little choke defends him. But if he tries to expand here, it's really wide open in this too. A little Marine attack coming in. Shield battery overcharge, trying to save that pylon, and is going to successfully do so. Wait. Does not save it. Depowering 5 of those warp gates, but the entire Terran army gets wiped out. Maru, again, hasn't really committed to anything big yet. He just keeps sending out little scouting, little raiding parties. See what he can pick up. Yeah, charging in. High Templar Storm does get a storm off. That's important. That storm is really important. But getting behind this mineral line is brutality. 4 probes go down. Good pull from Zest. I mean, that was probably a good trade for Zest, honestly. He's at 80 workers. Like, it doesn't really matter. Are we making carriers and Tempest and stuff? Check this action out. Going for the Fleet Beacon. Okay. Interesting. Like, carriers aren't good versus Terran. This has to be Tempests. We're use Tempest to pick off Liberators especially, right? Let's see. So scans and sees the extra Stargate, but does not catch the Fleet Beacon in the scan. So that's going to be a problem. My gosh, 3 more command centers under construction from Maru. How many does he have? He's just got 2 planetaries. He's got 6 orbitals. Yeah, and he's making 3 more. Okay, fair enough, man. Maru, you do what you got to do. Again, having a ton of orbitals is great for income into the late game. You can actually sacrifice your own SCVs for situations where you just toss down a ton of mules and mine out a base real quick. So air weapons level 1 coming in. We are getting nukes. I didn't know if we'd get nukes today. Excellent, excellent. And big warping into the main base, but oh, it's a double warp prism warping. But it accomplishes almost nothing. 3 SCVs die. That was a bad trade for Zest. So I don't know. 10,000 resources lost for Zest. 4,900 resources lost for Maru. Maru's doing better on the cost efficiency front than I would have expected. I don't know. Zest has the 12 o'clock. Maru did end up taking the 5th. Again, wide open. He's building more command centers for planetary fortress purposes. He's got liberators set up. He is really defending this hard. And Zest, do you feel like he can crack it? He is making Tempests. For a second there, I swear he was making a carrier. Did you see that on that production tab? For like half a second, it was a carrier. Then he's like, nope, Tempest, just kidding. Haha. Carriers. Lol. Although, didn't we see Hearthstone? God, I feel like we saw Hearthstone make a game with carriers work against Maru last year. Are we getting the high-capacity fuel tank upgrade? What is this game? We're memeing right now. High-capacity fuel tanks. Which, again, nobody ever gets because it's a worthless upgrade. He's getting that before he's getting high-sec auto-tracking and building armor. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, did he cancel? No, or did it finish? Oh, it finished. Okay, cool. Nuke at the 12 o'clock. Where's the ghost? Where's the ghost? Where's the ghost? Got him, but it's too late. 6 probes go down. Decent hit. Attack on the left side. More probes dying. Having to kind of storm these guys in the mineral line. 25 probes killed. Again, I don't know how much it really matters when the game is this late and there are so many nexuses. He is making carriers now. What? You canceled the Tempest and he's building carriers. Okay, what is going on here? What? Zest. What? I have not seen carriers in a PvT since I think that Hearthstone versus Mario game from 2020. What is even... This is turning into a very strange, therefore excellent game for the Patreon cast of the week, isn't it? Patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Maybe the join button if you haven't before. This is a fake drop. Check out this fake drop that Maru is initiating. So that he can get the nuke off up here. That's kind of genius. Alright, so the observer sees this earlier this time. The stalkers warp in, and the stalkers handle it. Okay, gets an EMP off, but... yeah. Imagine not having any defense at a base, and it getting nuked, and you're like, ah, but then you can just warp in stalkers in 2 seconds and take care of it. Protoss has some nice advantages. Alright, so, Carrier, Disruptor, Stalker, Immortal, Sentry. The Sky Toss is supreme. Apparently, ooh, he's killing his own Stalkers to make more carriers, it would seem. Also, a Mothership is coming in. What is even going on right now? I did not expect this game to be like this. I don't watch them. I don't watch these games before I cast them for the vast majority of them, and I definitely did not see this. Killing SCVs to free up supply. I mean, we are into the late of game right now. The late game. Warp Prism with Warp Prism speed, speeding around. So cool. Alright, so, I don't know, any advantage Zest had early is just gone. Both players have been fairly well left alone through the first 20 minutes that no one has an advantage. Zest's bank is a little bigger in minerals, but like half, well, a third of what Maru has in gas. We haven't had a huge engagement. This kind of feels like one. So Disruptor's coming down. No, you don't. No, you don't get missile turret in that location. Sorry, Viking count is looking pretty healthy. We do have 20 of those. They do have +3 attack and +1 armor. This nuke will probably get canceled. There's really no benefit to it landing. I guess there's no negative effect to it either. So enjoy the nuke. Ah, you tease! He waited until it was almost gonna land. We could hear it coming down, and then he canceled it. Maru. Maru taking the top right. I mean, we're just gonna split this map in half. Zest is an incredibly careful player. He can be very aggressive, but also when it comes down to it, he's very, very careful in the late games, both against Zerg and against Terran. I've cast some very long games featuring Zest and Zergs, and Zest and Terrans in the past. So, again, he's good at it. He will bait you into a mistake. He will try to see if you're going to screw... Dude, this is a recall. That is a recall mothership. Hey, give us a... Come on, give us a nuke, Zest. Do it. Do it for the fans. And then the recall to the... Here. Okay. I think the plan was to maybe recall into this, I don't know, recall into this base, maybe. What is killing probes? Or are they just running in, I think he's just, oh, okay, so that's probably just sending them to die. To free up more supply for, I don't know, more stalkers. I get, why are you just killing stalkers? Flux Fanes is coming in. This is a pretty memey game. Okay, so we're making 3 more Ghost Academies. Which to me says we want more nukes. Recalling on top of all of this. Yo, anti-armor missile tossed down on everything too. The turrets are gone. Disruptors trying to take several hits. Maru says, well, I guess you're not going to engage. Then I'll just take your top right base down very easily with the Immortals in this army. The carriers... Great DPS against buildings as well. I don't even... What is even going on here? 21 Stalkers reinforcing this army for Zest. I kind of love it from him, actually. Yeah, so top right base for Maru dies, which... Not entirely sure how much it really matters. Look at these Stalkers. You don't have any tanks over here, he says. I guess there's one. There's a single siege tank over here, which does get obliterated after taking a couple tanks down, because siege tanks are good units. Viking count, not enough to one-shot a carrier, but pretty close. If it's already injured, and finish it off. Send it home to, I don't know, wherever carriers go when they die. Disruptors against siege tanks. Rough battle for disruptors. 8 Liberators on the way. Okay, so we're remaxing on Liberators and Ghosts. Mothership died, getting replaced. Carriers not really getting replaced. We've got 2 of them, and again, we remaxed on the Stalkers. We don't care about carriers anymore. Apparently. I don't know. What is for you down here, Zest? Why are you going down to the 6 o'clock? This base is mined out. I mean, okay, it's not technically mined out. It's very close to mined out. Why would... Okay. We're going in here, I guess. Sort of. No, we're not. Why? Why? Kill this base. Kill this base. Both of those are much better options. I guess maybe he felt like this was easier, but there are a billion missile turrets and 2 planetaries and Liberators and tanks, and just no. No. Not a happy place to be. Okay, we are replacing the carriers. 3 at a time are on the way. Maru, Liberators popping out. SimCity looking pretty good. Stalkers trying to shut down this base in the top right, but kind of get baited into chasing a ghost or something? I don't know. Yeah, denying that base is pretty good. Marching in. Zest into 1,000,000 Liberators and then backing the heck out of there. Okay, so they did. Oh wait, this. Oh, can it morph into a planetary before these Stalkers kill it? Mule's getting. Oh, the mass mule call down to save it. Oh my gosh! Sick killer move out of Maru. Okay, that was great. That was beautiful, beautiful. I would say. Link Stalker against this army, EMPs are fantastic. Anti-armor missile actually misses because of the blink out, or maybe the intended target died. Possibly. This nuke feels like it's going to land. How's that sound? Down with the sound of a nuke landing. Down with the sound of a nuke to do. Yes, this base is going to die. Maru's tried to kill this. 2 or 3 times already, and finally, ooh, EMP to knock the shields down and then take it out. And Zest kind of trying to do stuff. Does he seem a little bit at loss? It's like, what do we do with mass Liberator? You know what's pretty good there is Void Rays. But the Vikings are good against Void Rays too, so Zest is, I think Zest is a little bit confused. Recall to the top right. Ah! You thought you saved this planetary. No, you did not. And I mean, you gotta make hay while the sun shines here because the army's coming, and they do. Disruptor dies. I'm not sure the Disruptors are necessarily paying for themselves. It is 4 nukes at a time for Maru, though. That's what we're talking about. Okay, trying to use the Stalkers to thin out these Viking ranks a little bit, but the Anti-Armor Missile Liberator Death Party with Ghost throwing down EMPs on everything too. Dude, Maru is just beast moding with this composition right now. Again, it's Maru. It's what he's capable of. Six carriers on the way. He's decided the way to deal with this is going to be 6 carriers. There are 16 Vikings. They now have 3/3 upgrades. I don't know why these probes, I guess they were long distance mining. They're dead now. All right, fairly well probes. Zest is down to 34 workers. I'm not sure how much he cares, right? He's really only mining at 1 base at a time right now. Dang, Maru has taken, yeah, he's taken this kind of up from the 6 o'clock position base. And then toss up 5, 6, 7, 8 missile turrets at once, recognizing the carrier threat is real. DTs making this top right base is cursed. DT ensuring that's the case. I love just making 1 DT move and shutting down a base with it. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Resources lost, 36,000 for Zest, 24,000 for Maru, and the income has really been favoring Maru pretty consistently for the last 10 minutes. Okay, we are doing the Void Rays. Like, okay, let's try Void Rays here. It's just everywhere the land army goes, there's 8 Liberators ready to throw up circles of death right on top of them. And Ghosts ready to EMP them too. I mean, Marauders. Just chew up the Stalkers so hard. Zest's attempt to take this 12 o'clock south base is gone. Thanks for the cancel there. I don't know. Based on bank here, I think Maru might have this. Just on sheer money alone. 4,000 minerals and 5,000 gas. Zest is 600 gas in the bank. He does not have the ability to remax on anything that matters here. Like, the ability to remax on Zealots is not exactly a super useful skill. Not against a Terran who's doing this stuff, that's for sure. Once again, the top right base. Every time Maru leaves it alone, bad things happen to it. I feel like he, I don't know, he got out of there in time, I guess. Top right base survives for now. Zest trying to expand here, but guess what? The scans are constant right now. You know why? Because there are 12 orbital commands on the field. That's why. He just has orbitals everywhere, multiple bases, some that aren't even bases because it doesn't matter. I don't know if I really expected this to turn into like a mine the map out style of a game when I chose it. Goodness. Alright, we're just gonna okay, so the EMP nuke, that is an eternal skill. That is a Brood War skill, guys. EMPing a Nexus and then nuking it dates back to Boxer. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bah, 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 bah. That's probably overkill. I think once you've EMP'd it and it does have no shields left anymore, I don't know that 4 kills is or 4 nukes is necessary, but hey. Yeah. Zest doesn't feel like he can be the one to engage here. Yeah, I'm not changing my pick. I think Maru has this thing. I'm gonna caster curse it, right? It's what casters do, is they make predictions way before the fat lady has sung, and then turns out they're wrong. So top right base having a hard time mining. 12 o'clock base, hard time. Bottom left, like, the argument against this map getting mined out before this game is over is that there are certain bases that are hard to mine. I kind of like sniping down an orbital. That seems cool. And then the billion Vikings arrive. There's 29 Vikings here, man. And look, they can one-shot a carrier now. Yep. 2 carriers go down. Vikings free and clear, man. But the base did die, thanks to the Void Rays mostly. Hey, look. Coincidentally, we have an orbital in the general vicinity of this base. Ta-da! Base is back. Zest at 31 workers. He's not even really trying to retake this bottom left, which I think is a concern, if you ask me. The enhanced shockwaves are here. Zealot. Oh, this isn't a planetary anymore, so a Zealot attack is actually pretty good. So Maru loses 7 SCVs. I mean, the number of SCVs killed in a game like this is always a weird stat. This orbital survives thanks to the missile turrets and the tank that's in this general vicinity. Okay, again, wasting resources on this base really seems dumb. I guess more if it's an attack path, perhaps. That's what you're going for, but Zest retaking the 12 o'clock base. Long distance mining, which shows you how dire it is for him. That said, Maru's only at 2,000 minerals. His bank is not humongous. This top right base is really important for him. He's only called down like 9 mules, 8 mules on it, because, you know, that's what you do in the late game is Terran. Zest can't really afford to be losing bases right now. I'm kind of surprised he's not trying to take this bottom left, to be honest with you. I don't know why he's not doing that. 12 o'clock base dying again for the 8th time. That's a cancel, but there you go. Really, really good cancel. Maru is winning this thing with an army of 36 Vikings, 15 Liberators, and like some other stuff. Like little smatterings of Ghost and Marauder and a tank. This is crazy. That's the answer, though, right? If you're dealing with a Skytoss army, Vikings are the massive part of your army, like Corruptors are for Zerg against Skytoss. Alright, so Zest is just killing what he can. You know, what really matters here, Orbital's dying. I think that matters a lot. Charge lots, that top right base dead again. Holding these corners has proved to be extremely hard for both of these players. This is a recall if I've ever saw one. Clumped up like this, we're not recalling out? Okay. He thought about it, then decided he didn't need to. Once again, wasting any resources on this base alone is a complete waste of time. I think, anyway. Again, in the late game, when you have this many carriers, too, you need to replace your interceptors with minerals, and if you only have 700 total minerals, and your income is okay, I don't know. Stalkers just trying to get hits on these Vikings and thin their numbers out somewhat. Charge lots, just sure. These are just a completely set of undefended missile turrets and sensor towers over here. Let's get it, I suppose, they say. And the response is all of the Liberator defender zones you could ever want. But that means that Zest's army gets dancing back here. I don't know. Maru's kind of getting picked in different directions right now. Ghost's really good against Zealots. They're just good against, I don't know, Zealot, Zerglings, things like that. They don't do any bonus versus light, but man, for whatever reason. 6 more SCVs die. I think this nuke is going to land. Zest's attention is elsewhere! Okay, that ghost has 15 total kills. Not bad. Zest is down to 12 workers. Guess what? Maru's also at 12 workers. Gosh dang, this is getting an epic tag. This game. It is. We're at 12 workers at 34 minutes to go. Epic tag. Maru has the bank. Which again, the economic difference here, the disparity here is important. Always, always is. I can't believe Zest is not trying to retake that bottom left. Alright, Zest says, I don't have a bank to remax here, so let's try to kill Maru at his home. If he tries to remax, his production facilities are here and I can kill them. Okay, I like this. Kind of forcing the Vikings to fall back a little bit by jumping right into their teeth. Killing orbitals is, again, there are so many of them to kill, but everyone that dies really slows down Maru's economy in this stage. Not even killing them entirely, he just wants them to burn down. And see, this is important. These production facilities, I don't, like, Maru has to engage with this, and he is. He's coming in, 1 volley, and 2. He's nuking his own base to try to save it. He's trying to get the Protoss army out of here. He can't possibly let that land, though. It'll do more damage than... Okay, he let it land. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Maru cannot lose this game with a 4,000, 2,000 bank. But I kind of feel like he is all of a sudden. He's got a bunch of Vikings. Production is gone. He's got 1. Okay, I was going to say he's got a starport, but it's getting chased down by the Golden Armada and absolutely obliterated. Oh, there's 2 more. Yeah, you need to kill these. Starports dying is really important right now. Maru's tossing down 3 barracks. Zest is not taking the time to re-expand to this bottom left. He is, and the scan I think revealed these probes coming down. So is Maru going to send units down there to try to deal with it? I don't know. Maru down to 9 SCVs. His production right now is production. He's building barracks. He's building a Ghost Academy. This is honestly, man, I knew this would be a good game. I did not expect an epic level game. Maru can still win this, right? Maru still has the bigger army. Maru still has the money to build up a max level army. Zest does not. Not even close. He's at 75 minerals. His last 400 minerals have gone towards expanding to this bottom left. He really just has to basically hope that Maru is too busy defending his new home in the top right that he's not going to make a move for the bottom left. And I don't know. I feel like he might be right. I feel like Zest might be right about that. Once again, though, consistently rebuilding interceptors takes money. And you don't have a lot of it right now because you're sort of long-distance mining, and that mineral field is cool, I guess, but sure. There's the scan. What's he going to send? He's got to... If he sends something to kill that, I really like his ability to win this game right now. He's spending his money on ghosts. He's making 2 more starports, which, again, very important against a Sky Toss-heavy army with the carriers, especially, and the Void Rays. Yeah, Vikings really, really shine in games like this. You don't see him a lot. You really don't see him a lot. But man, Sky Toss. Sky Toss versus Maru. Sky Toss versus Sky Terran. Zest is like, this brood is taking forever to build. Come on, warp in. Come on, warp in. And it does. And he's... There you go. Recall. Alright, so Maru's effectively on kind of on 2 bases here. Ghost! He sent a single cloaked ghost down here to wipe this out. Holy crap, that's insane. Oh, that's so good. Maru just completely shuts down the mining down here. Zest is down to 10 probes. He's making an observer so he can protect that bottom left base. Oh, lost an observer with his army here. He's got another one, though, because, again, redundancy is nice. He's got 2 total. And I think one of them just popped. So he's got 1 with this army. Sniping that would be amazing. I don't know that we have the army to deal with these Vikings. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my gosh, the 1-shots. The 1 volleys. Ugh. Yeah, man, I think Zest is just toast. He doesn't have the army to deal with these Vikings. And I mean, a handful of stalkers, sure. This ghost has 6 total kills. He's very dead. But 6 kills is pretty good for a ghost. Never say die. Yeah, I think Maru has this thing. I think he's got it in the bag. Yeah, pushing. Putting the pressure on Zest to defend here is exactly what he needs to do. The stalker count is just sad. How many stalkers have died today? I mean, a lot. 76. This little baby group of bio trying to kill that bottom right. And Zest has just got to dive in on this, man. The Void Rays are here to take down the Marines, I guess. The Viking kiting is so good. Another carrier dies. The Storm, though! Where did we get some Storm? Is it enough? It seems like Zest is getting absolutely bodied, and that's your good game, Maru! It's your winner in 40 minutes and 29 seconds. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hit the like button if you enjoyed that game. That was amazing. Holy cannoli. Yeah, for sure. Hit that like button for that one. End of the day. 69,000 resources lost for Maru. 63,000 lost for Zest. Zest closed that gap pretty consistently. I mean, we are looking at so many bases killed. 5 Nexuses down, 7 planetaries, 9 orbitals. Some of those aren't bases because we know how Terran works. 19 ghosts, 37 Vikings, but there were still 16 at the end of the game. Yeah, Maru, just the Viking Ghost Liberator combo with some Marauders on the ground to shoo away those Stalkers as well. Pretty good combo against the Sky Toss. Whatever it is, honestly. I kind of feel like Tempest might have been better. But Vikings do really well against them too. I don't know. Zest was considering Tempest, and we saw that earlier, and then just completely changed his mind. But yeah, that was great. I mean, that was one of the better PvTs I've ever seen, which again, from these two players, we're not surprised. I think we're just pleasantly enjoying this. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Absolutely fantastic PvT. I mean, that worked out so well for the Patreon cast this week. It was a lot of fun. But end of the day, Maru, just doing Maru things, man. Just having the answer, completely shutting down that bottom left base over and over again. The 12 o'clock never got traction either, really. And he was losing stuff, but, you know, just able to hang on to it a little bit more. Get some good cost efficiency out of his Ghosts and his Vikings, and lose fewer resources than his Protoss opponent, and get some beautiful nukes off to boot. I mean, honestly, some really good nukes. He ended up nuking his own base, and he won anyway. What kind of game is that? Honestly, what kind of game is that? Man. All right. Well, that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.